The good old revolver has been around for quite some time, and from the early days of percussion weapons to the wonderful world we currently live in, over time they predictably improved and become quite modern. And today, we bring you the top 12 new revolvers that you must consider buying in 2023. Number 12. Ruger LCR, $650. Revolvers don't change much, but when Ruger created the LCR, they went big with it. Instead of using titanium and scandium to drive the price sky high, they simply used polymer. Polymer-framed revolvers seem odd, but to reduce weight without increasing price, it makes sense. Ruger didn't just stop there, though. They ended up making a fantastic revolver for everyday carry. Double-action triggers are rarely nice, but Ruger's design is absolutely brilliant. It's superbly smooth and relatively short. It's easily the best stock double-action trigger on the market. As such, you'll have no problems being accurate with the gun. The big front sight is nice and also easily replaceable. A good aftermarket exists that provides a variety of replacement front sight options. Number 11. Ruger SP101, $700. When we say the SP101 is the best beginner revolver, we mean specifically the 3-inch barreled model in .38 Special 357 Magnum. This combination gives new revolver owners an option that's both easy to handle and can accomplish a wide variety of tasks. Ruger's SP101 is an extremely capable gun that's made to last. It doesn't tap out and will be a gun you can pass down. In fact, it's stout and very capable. The 3-inch barrel makes it easy to shoot 357 Magnum rounds and ensures they reach a good velocity. 357 Magnums from a barrel shorter than 3 inches can be quite stout, extremely loud, and concussive. The hefty weight of the SP101 also makes it a bit easier to control with 357 Magnums. The DASA trigger allows the user to cook off a precisely aimed round or to fire rapid follow-up shots. The SP101 is small enough for concealed carry and can also be used on the trail for animal defense. It's a combination of features that allow you to take the SP101 anywhere and do anything. Number 10. Heritage Arms Rough Rider, $250. If you just need a revolver for the collection that's cheap but fun, then the Heritage Arms Rough Rider is for you. This little fella is a Colt SAA clone that's chambered for the 22 LR or 22 Magnum. It's a plinker perfect for new shooters, for kids, or just for fun. The Rough Rider often sells for less than $200 in its various configurations with a multitude of grip designs and barrel lengths. It's a fun gun with a very well-proven design that makes it easy and fun to shoot. Heritage does add this weird manual safety we don't care for, but we guess it has its purpose. Beyond that, this gun is the most fun you can have for around $150. Accuracy is surprisingly good, and the crisp single-action trigger makes it easy to drop hammers on the cheapest of 22 LR and drive them to the target. The Rough Rider brand has been around for quite some time, and millions of these things have proven themselves worthy. It's such an affordable gun, it's tough not to be surprised by the reliability and accuracy the gun inherently has. Number 9. Chiappa Rhino, $1,500. We love when companies bring out something new and succeed. Italian firm Chiappa brought the Rhino to American shores and we gobbled it up. Why is the Rhino different? Well, they took the barrel and aligned it with the bottom cylinder rather than the top cylinder. The effect is that recoil is generated rearward into the wrist rather than upward. This makes follow-up shots super easy even when shooting Magnum calibers. The Rhino utilizes an interest hammer setup that's external but is a false hammer. The actual hammer is internal. The false hammer makes it easy to cock or decock the gun into and out of single-action mode. Chiappa's Rhino features an awesome cylinder release that's positioned right by the hammer and is super ergonomic. The Chiappa Rhino comes in various sizes and calibers. You'll have no problem finding one for your needs. Also, the larger variants feature optics and light rails that bring the Chiappa into the modern age of fighting handguns. Number 8. S&W M&P R8, $1,540. As far as the bucket list guns go, the M&P R8 is one of the few revolvers on our list. This has to be the most tactical revolver ever created. The story goes that SWAT teams were looking for a modern revolver to issue to cops toting shields. The revolver was desired because the slide wouldn't potentially hit the top of the window in the shield and malfunction. Smith & Wesson created the TR8 or Tactical Revolver 8 for this task. What makes the TR8 so tactical is the fact it wears a rail for a flashlight and an optional rail to toss an optic on. The TR8 makes it easy to outfit a revolver with modern accessories for defensive or even hunting use. The 8 in TR8 stands for 8 rounds, and that's how many this bad boy holds. In states that ban standard capacity mag, the TR8 offers 8 rounds of 357 Magnum man stoppers, which is tough to beat, especially with an optic and flashlight in place. This is a big gun, and it's surprisingly easy to shoot. The DASA trigger design makes it easy to fire rapidly or precisely. Reloads are fast with moon clips, and the cylinder is cut for 8-round moon clips. Number 7. Magnum Research BFR, $1,500. BFR stands for Biggest Finest Revolver, or at least that's what Magnum Research says it stands for. The Magnum Research BFR combines a modern design with classic features. Like the Revolver or yesteryear, the BFR utilizes a single action-only frame with a traditional loading gate design. These massive revolvers have only one viable purpose, and that's hunting. This made-in-America revolver comes in 10 different calibers, with short and long cylinder models being available for everything from 30-30 and 45-70 to the tamer 357 Magnum and 44 Magnum rounds. These stainless steel guns are extremely durable and pack a precision-grade barrel for those long-range shots. Accuracy matters a fair bit when hunting, and the BFR packs a great barrel and excellent trigger for that task. To extend your range, you can slap on optic on your BFR with one of the numerous optic mounts available from Magnum Research. Some of these calibers have such great extended range performance that a magnified optic makes a ton of sense for revolver hunting. The BFR as a whole is an excellent hunting revolver and makes it easy to take down medium to large game depending on caliber. Number 6. S&W Model 10, $650. The original Model 10 started way back in 1899. It was originally known as the Smith & Wesson 38 hand ejector model of 1899. It later became the first military and police revolver, and eventually the Victory model, and then finally the Model 10. As you'd imagine, after over a century of production, the Model 10 is widely available on the used market, and Smith & Wesson still produces the Model 10 as part of their classic series. The S&W Model 10 is a classic medium-frame revolver that chambers 6 .38 special rounds. The DASA design makes it easy to fire the weapon rapidly in double action and allows for the user to manually cock the hammer for more precise shots. The S&W Model 10 comes at a wide variety of barrel lengths, ranging from the snub-nosed 2-inch model to the combative 5-inch model and the competitive 6-inch model. As far as revolvers go, it's very basic, and it's basically the model of revolver that the rest of the world looked at when designing guns. It's the cornerstone of revolvers, if you will. The S&W Model 10 can serve you well in concealed carry or home defense, albeit the weapon is slightly dated. The Model 10 is widely available on the used market, and Smith & Wesson still produces the Model 10 as part of their classic series. The S&W Model 10 is a classic medium-frame revolver that chambers 6 .38 special rounds. Number 5. S&W Model 500, $1,430. Revolvers are all about power. Ever since metallic cartridges became a thing, we've been shoving bigger bullets and more power behind them. Lots of companies attempt to produce more and more powerful revolvers, and currently, the S&W Model 500 is the most powerful production revolver in the world. S&W produces numerous models of the 500 in various barrel lengths. Some as short as 3.5 inches, which are designed for defense against bears and dinosaurs. Various models allow for optics, bipods, and slings to make taming the big gun a bit easier. Our personal favorite is the Performance Center Model 500 with a 7.5-inch barrel and compensator for recoil and muzzle rise reduction. While it's still a powerful gun, the design makes it a bit easier to shoot. Like any S&W revolver, the Model 500 series are over-engineered and built to last. The trigger design is a modern DASA design that allows the end user to choose between the modes they prefer to shoot with. Heck, the swing-out cylinder even makes reloading rather fast, although we're not sure why you'd need a rapid reload. Number 4. Heritage Arms Rancher, $300. Revolvers are typically handguns, and every other gun on this list is a handgun. However, we like a wild card. Our wild card comes from Heritage Arms and is a 22 LR revolving rifle. Heritage slapped on a 16-inch barrel and a rather nice wood stock, and bam, now we have a revolving rifle. It's essentially a rifle version of the Rough Rider. Like the Rough Rider, you can slap a Magnum cylinder in the gun, and now you can chamber the much more powerful 22 Magnum cartridge. The Rancher rifle is a ton of fun to shoot, and provides one of the more interesting 22 LR rifles on the market. It's a bit of a novelty, but as far as revolving rifles go, it's downright affordable, as is the ammo. The single-action trigger is awesome and very light and crisp. The manual safety makes sense on a rifle since you can't cover the trigger like you can with a revolver. One downside with a revolving rifle is the means by which you shoot it. You can't use a traditional rifle grip. Instead, you have to keep both hands behind the cylinder or risk getting hit by cylinder blast. Number 3. Taurus 85, $200. The Revolver features a great construction of stainless steel with matte finish. For the most part of it, you should find the manufacturing done quite well. The parts will easily fit together without much of a hassle. For some, the biggest selling point should be the price. Even if you have a limited budget, you should find the Revolver affordable. This Taurus model is comfortable to hold in your hand and still looks good. It might take some time getting used to the cylinder release. Some say it is a little difficult, but with time it should feel smooth. The design, on the other hand, should make the maintenance of your revolver easier than expected. Number 2. Taurus 605, $320. The presence of a large rubber grip on the 605 makes it feel secure in the hand of a shooter. It should also help in cushioning you from the blow shooting hot loads. With the front sight nicely serrated, you should have an easy time using it. For some, the sights will still seem small for various applications. As for the trigger, you should find it typical of any revolver. It is long and heavy, but there is a twist to it. Even by being heavy, you will find the trigger being smooth. On the overall, you will find the fit and finish of the gun makes it look good. You can always take it out among your friends, and most would be interested to know the model more. Number 1. Kimber MFG K6S, $800. Starting with the size, you should find the model compact enough to be a concealed carry. There is no doubt that you will end up liking the handgun even more. It features a hammerless design, complemented with a dehorned frame. This means no sharp edges that might be caught in the clothing. You can easily deploy the revolver as fast as possible in an emergency. The trigger on this model is the most outstanding feature. Many people find it being smooth and great even for learners. The company did put a lot of engineering into the trigger, and for sure it is the best. The sights found on the Revolver should be perfect for its size. Many people will find them useful for different shooting scenarios. That's all for this video, folks. See you another time.